Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Brandon Scott and I'm a high school English teacher at the Early Middle College at GTCC Greensboro. Today I'm going to be going over technological integration into Canvas. The specific external tool that I wanted to use was canva.com, which is a great website to create so many different media in general, flyers, brochures. They've got phenomenal templates and great integration with Canvas as well, usually at least. But I am now gonna share my screen. As you can see, I created this entire page on Canva. So this entire page, the Crucible Trial by Flyer project, Guilty Until Proven Innocent, was created on Canva, as well as these two buttons here. So what I wanted to do is, one, include a resource that I can use, which is what I did to create this page, as well as some other things that I'll show you once I get to the actual Canva website, but also do something that my students would be able to use, which they can use Canva to create this flyer for their Trial by Flyer project. So again, we are reading The Crucible. They're talking about the Salem witch trials, and they are creating a flyer of sorts to persuade the general public to, one, come into the trials and see what's going on with all of these Salem witches, but two, potentially even point the finger at people within their own community as witches. And that allows them to get into the mind of the characters and understand why exactly people would have that motivation to falsely accuse people of witchcraft during that time. So as you can see here, I have the Crucible Trial by Flyer project header, which has a bunch of like witchy symbols on it that I just wanted to include. And if you scroll down, I have two buttons, the Canva button and the click here for your assignment button, which also has a GIF that is really cool that I didn't know Canva could do until this project, which is phenomenal. First, I'm gonna click on the assignment just to show you what I asked the students to do. It says, for this assignment, you will be creating a flyer that persuades the people of Salem, Massachusetts in 1962 to attend the infamous Salem witch trials. Your flyer should include accurate information that is reflected from the play, names of judges, accused, accusers, location, potential punishments, etc., as well as persuasive elements, which is establish trust and develop credibility, understand the reader's purpose and align your own, pay attention to language, consider tone, and use rhetoric and repetition. That would encourage the people of Salem to attend the trials or even point the finger of accusation at someone else within the community to eradicate the town of witches. So for this assignment, the students will be using Canva as it says in this assignment. They could click this button to go back to the page we were just on. Here is where they can click to get to the discussion board gallery walk that we are going to be doing after the project is done. And I also incorporated a rubric into this assignment. This is my first time incorporating a rubric into a Canvas assignment. I struggled a bit at first to get accustomed to it, but once I did, it became easier to use. And I've just got my regular rubric that I would use for this assignment listed here in Canvas, so that way whenever I'm grading the students' assignments, I can just click on the points that they got for each category. So I'm going to click back to the original page, and it took me back to where we were, Trial by Flyer project. And then they also have this button to click on Canva, which when they open it, it will take them to a sign up page if they've never signed up, but if they have signed up before, it'll take them to the home screen where they can create their own design. So they click here, create a design. They have so many different things to choose from, and so you can just click flyer, and it opens a blank document for the students. They have templates over here that they can use, as well as photos they can incorporate, elements such as shapes, clip art, pictures, text, audio, which obviously they wouldn't use audio or GIFs or videos in this flyer because it would be during the Salem witch trials period, and that just would not work. So they're gonna be adding elements here to create their Canva flyer. One other thing that I wanted to point out is I would be going over this with my students in live Microsoft Teams meetings. So I would be able to walk them through some specific features of Canva and how to use it, but they also have Canva Learn, which is a bunch of really, really great tutorial videos, courses that they can take to learn how to use Canva better and more successfully. Another thing that's really cool is that I can assign my students to a classroom. So as you can see here, Brandon Scott's class, which I'll have to change. Let me change it now to Mr. Scott's class, where my students will be able to log in be assigned here. I can invite them with a link that I'm going to be sharing out for the Microsoft Teams meeting. They're going to click that link, sign up, and then they will automatically be added to my classroom where I will be able to see what they're working on. Usually, Canva has a great integration with Canvas, and they could work as an external tool within Canvas if you click on the apps in the settings center. However, I was not able to get it to work. I tried everything. I looked at so many different websites and still wasn't able to get it to work. I don't know if it's a district level thing, but regardless, it is a possibility for some people, just maybe not for me. Maybe it will be eventually, but other than that, that is it for this video. We are just covering Canva and the page for the Crucible here, and it is a great resource that not only I can use to create eye-catching pages for my students, but also my students can use to create their projects in the future, not only for my class, but for other classes. I also quickly wanted to mention how I use the 4 C's for this assignment. So for creativity, obviously Canva is full of vast amounts of creativity. The students get to create so many different things. For communication, specifically for teachers, it's great to use for communication to share out with the students, but the students are also able to communicate with the teacher within that Canva classroom, and we're able to see their projects, so it makes things a lot more simple. For collaboration, there wasn't any in Canva collaboration for this project, but in Canva, they're able to share their documents with specific people. So multiple people can be working on the same document, kind of like a Google Drive, collaborative document, if you will, that they're able to collaborate on. And I also, since I didn't use that aspect, wanted to include collaboration through the discussion board gallery walk. So students are going to be sharing their projects there. As for critical thinking, the students obviously are going to have to put themselves in the shoes of the characters of the Crucible in order to get this project done and create their flyer accurately. So it uses a lot of critical thinking on their part to put themselves in the shoes of the characters. So I hope you enjoyed this resource. It's a great one to use, and I will see you in my next video.